Imagine yourself in a space where the constant hum of the world fades into the background, and for a fleeting moment, you find the clarity that emerges from a profound silence. Have you ever felt that although every voice around you clamors for attention, the true power lies in those rare moments when you choose not to speak, when you allow your breath to slow and your thoughts to gather like whispers in the wind? Picture a scenario where instead of reacting immediately to the barrage of opinions, you pause, listen, and let the quiet speak for itself. In that pause, in that space of calm, you discover the secret reservoir of strength, a strength that doesn't roar but resonates with measured purpose. Embracing silence is not about retreat or indifference. It is about harnessing the energy that comes from listening deeply to yourself and the world, and then using that insight to forge a deliberate, strategic path forward. In this silent sanctuary, every heartbeat becomes a note in a symphony of thought, every exhale a release of needless tension. Through this practice, you begin to understand that true power is realized not by the force of loud declarations, but by the precision of measured actions and the clarity of a well-calibrated mind. It is in these moments of calm reflection that the seeds of strategy are planted, seeds that, when nurtured, blossom into wise decisions and purposeful actions. As you embark on this journey of inner transformation, let your spirit be stirred not by the clamor of the external world, but by the deep, resonant call of your own inner wisdom, a call that guides each step with intention and grace. This message comes from Stoic Women. Before we journey further into the depths of embracing a silent yet strategic way of being, I invite you to take a moment to leave a comment with a phrase that speaks to the power of quiet determination and thoughtful planning. Please subscribe to our channel and give this video a like, so that together, we can create a community that thrives on intentional reflection and strategic empowerment. There is a boundless reservoir of strength resting within you, a strength that is revealed in the understated moments before action, when the mind is quiet and the heart is receptive. In this state of deliberate silence, you free yourself from the incessant chatter of opinions and distractions, allowing you to discern what truly matters. Your journey toward deliberate silence is not a renunciation of expression, but a conscious choice to cultivate an inner space where judgment can be refined and emotions can be understood. As you begin to explore this inner sanctuary, you discover that silence is a language in its own right, a language that communicates through measured glances, deliberate pauses, and the unspoken power of thoughtful observation. It is here, in the stillness, that you begin to see the outlines of your own strategy forming. A strategy that is not dictated by external chaos, but is born from clear, intentional reflection. Each moment of silence is an opportunity to reassess, to recalibrate, and to direct your inner energies toward goals that resonate with your true self. In this state, every thought is a building block in the architecture of your personal strength, every quiet moment a stepping stone toward a more deliberate and purposeful life. In our everyday struggles, the temptation is to fill every silence with noise, to react instantly, to speak without pause, to allow impulsiveness to override insight. Yet, it is in choosing to remain silent that you create a space for careful analysis, for understanding, and for a strategic evaluation of your inner and outer worlds. Think of the great rivers that form in the quiet highlands, gathering strength slowly and steadily until they burst forth with a purposeful force. Your inner quiet is much like that river. It may seem still on the surface, but beneath lies a powerful current of intention and clarity. By embracing silence, you learn to observe without judgment, to listen without the urgency of response, and to act not from impulse, but from a place of deliberate insight. This intentional quiet allows you to sift through the distractions that cloud judgment, and to pinpoint with precision the decisions that align with your deepest values and ambitions. As you nurture this practice of silence, you simultaneously cultivate the art of strategy. Being strategic means that every action, every decision, is executed with the precision of a master chess player, carefully considering each move. It is about choosing your battles with wisdom, planning your steps with foresight, and channeling your energy into actions that have lasting impact. The synthesis of silence with strategy is a potent combination. Silence provides the fertile ground for deep thought, while strategy gives form and direction to that thought. This pairing enables you to navigate life's complexity with a steady, unrattled resolve, to remain unperturbed by external disturbances, and to focus on what is essential. In a world that often praises the loud and the impulsive, your choice to be silent and strategic stands as a testament to the power of deliberation over reaction, the strength of calm awareness over chaotic impulse. The power of silence is not merely a passive state, it is an active practice of self-mastery. Consider how, in moments of heightened emotion or conflict, a well-timed pause can diffuse tension and open the door to genuine understanding. When you resist the urge to speak immediately and instead opt to listen deeply, you redefine the nature of the conversation. Your silence communicates confidence, control, and a profound respect for truth. It allows you to gather all the necessary information before engaging, ensuring that your response is measured and thoughtful. This practice of intentional silence is an art form that has been revered by philosophers and warriors alike, a virtue that has the power to transform discord into dialogue, impulsiveness into insight, and reaction into wisdom. Strategic thinking, on the other hand, requires a focused mind and a clear vision. It is about recognizing the value of every moment and understanding that each decision, however small, contributes to the grand tapestry of your life. Being strategic involves a commitment to continuous self-reflection and an unyielding determination to rise above external chaos. It is the discipline of aligning your actions with your core principles, ensuring that every step is a deliberate choice that propels you toward your desired future. In forging a strategy, you learn to distinguish between what is urgent and what is truly important, discarding the noise and embracing a perspective that is both expansive and precise. Through this lens, you perceive challenges not as setbacks, but as opportunities to refine your plan, to adjust your course, and to emerge stronger from every trial. The interplay of silence and strategy is a dynamic dance, a delicate balance that empowers you to act with grace and decisiveness. In the silence, you find the clarity that is essential for effective strategy, and through strategic action, you give voice to the wisdom discovered in those quiet moments. This symbiosis is particularly significant for women who, in a world that often undervalues their measured strength, continuously strive to assert their worth and influence. By embracing silence and strategy, you challenge the conventional expectations of assertiveness and dominance, instead demonstrating that true power lies in the deliberate application of inner wisdom. You learn that while loud proclamations may capture fleeting attention, it is the quiet, unwavering resolve that leaves a lasting legacy. In your daily life, you encounter countless situations where the impulse to speak or react immediately can derail the thoughtful process of decision-making. Whether you are navigating complex relationships, managing professional challenges, or confronting personal doubts, the ability to remain silent and then act with strategic intent becomes an invaluable asset. This practice empowers you to step back from the immediacy of emotion and engage with situations from a place of calm reflection. It teaches you to listen first, to the voices of your inner truth and to the subtle cues in your environment, before mobilizing your energy into a response that is both effective and true to your values. Every experience, every interaction, becomes a lesson in the art of measured action, reinforcing your ability to move through life with a wisdom that is as powerful as it is serene. There is a profound beauty in the disciplined practice of choosing silence over reaction, for it is in this moment of quiet that you allow your inner strategist to emerge. Imagine how many times you might have found clarity just by pausing to listen, to observe without the burden of immediately forming a response. Each deliberate pause becomes a wellspring of insight, a moment in which the chaos of the external world is distilled into pure, actionable intelligence. This clarity, once attained, becomes the catalyst for meaningful action, a decisive step that is as calculated as it is compassionate. It is this synergy between deep, reflective silence and deliberate, strategic action that not only defines your path, but also transforms the very nature of the challenges you face. Throughout history, great leaders and philosophers have extolled the virtues of silence and strategic reflection. From the meditative practices of ancient Stoics to the silent resolve of celebrated women who forged their own destinies despite overwhelming odds, the message remains timeless. It is not the loud warrior, but the silent strategist who truly shapes the course of events. By choosing to be silent, you commit to a path of introspection where the noise of the world is pared away, leaving only the essential truths that guide you. And by choosing to be strategic, you transform those truths into a roadmap for action that is as deliberate as it is transformative. This dual commitment to silence and strategy is a declaration of power, a testament that real strength lies in the careful calibration of thought and action rather than in the fleeting clamor of impulsive speech. In the context of modern life, where constant connectivity and rapid-fire communication often leave little room for reflective silence, your choice to embrace a quieter, more strategic approach is nothing short of revolutionary. The digital age bombards you with information, opinions, and distractions at every turn, challenging you to find moments of stillness amidst the uproar. Yet it is exactly in this environment that the power of silence becomes most apparent. Every pause you carve out for reflection is an act of reclaiming your inner space, a space that is sanctified by the wisdom of silence and fortified by the resolve of strategic planning. In these deliberate moments of disengagement from the relentless noise of the world, you rediscover what is most important: your own inner voice, your true priorities, and the unshakable purpose that drives each of your decisions. This process of intentional silence and strategic contemplation is a continual journey, one that requires patience, practice, and a deep commitment to personal growth. It invites you to reconsider the habitual tendencies that may have once served you well in a fast-paced world, but now hinder your ability to truly connect with your inner wisdom. In its place, it offers a new paradigm, one where the art of thoughtful silence is as revered as the power of strategic action. It calls on you to cultivate habits of mindful reflection, to pause before reacting, and to respond not out of impulsivity, but from a reservoir of calm discernment. In doing so, you step into a role that is both empowering and transformative, forging a path that is uniquely yours and guided by a clarity that transcends the superficial noise of everyday life. Silence, when embraced fully, creates the conditions for a deeper understanding of oneself and the world around you. It opens up a space where the complexities of your emotions, thoughts, and experiences can be observed without judgment. In this state of contemplative stillness, you begin to see the patterns that govern your reactions and the underlying motivations behind the choices you make. It is in this space that you can truly ask yourself, what is it that I truly desire? What values hold the utmost importance in my life, and how might I align my actions with those fundamental truths? The answer to these questions is often hidden behind the noise of day-to-day activity, yet in the quiet lies the potential for intellectual and emotional clarity, a clarity that serves as the bedrock for all strategic endeavors. As you immerse yourself in this practice, you discover that silence is not synonymous with inaction, but rather a profound state of readiness. It is a deliberate withholding of immediate response in order to allow time for observation, reflection, and planning. In the art of waiting, you find that the best responses often come not from haste, but from contemplation. Much like an artist who steps back from their canvas to gain a fresh perspective, you too learn to allow time to distill your thoughts into a refined, strategic vision. This vision is the outcome of patient observation and the synthesis of insights gathered during those quiet moments. Insights that empower you to move forward with confidence and purpose. Strategic thinking, on the other hand, is the deliberate process of organizing those distilled insights and turning them into concrete plans of action. It is the thoughtful process of integrating knowledge, experience, and intuition into well-considered decisions. By embracing a strategic mindset, you learn to see the world not in fragments, but as a harmonious whole, a landscape where every element, every subtle nuance, contributes to your broader vision. This way of thinking is particularly potent for those who have learned that strength is best expressed not through rash declarations, but through careful, deliberate actions that ripple outward and reshape your reality over time. In this manner, strategy becomes an extension of your very identity, manifesting in the choices you make, from the conversations you engage in to the goals you set for yourself. Being silent and being strategic requires a radical shift in how you view communication itself. Rather than perceiving silence as an absence or a void waiting to be filled with chatter, you begin to see it as a dynamic tool, a space that holds infinite potential for insight and action. In conversations, allowing silence to stretch between words grants you the power to truly listen to others and to engage with them on a level that transcends superficial talk. It is in those measured pauses that you hear not only the words being spoken, but also the emotion, intention, and context behind them. This heightened awareness, in turn, informs your strategic responses, ensuring that they are calibrated to the true needs and aspirations of both yourself and those around you. Over time, this refined communication style becomes a hallmark of your presence, a signal to the world that your voice, when spoken, carries the weight of deep thought and strategic clarity. There is also an inherent beauty in the interplay between restraint and action. When you choose to be silent, you deliberately withhold the impulse to fill every moment with words. In doing so, you create a still space that invites deeper thought and more measured decisions. This conscious restraint is at the core of strategic planning. It is what allows you to step back, evaluate the broader picture, and then move forward with intention. In life's chaotic moments, it is often the one who exercises silent caution who ultimately emerges with the wisdom to navigate even the most tumultuous situations. Such a practice demands not only discipline, but also a deep trust in your inner voice. The inner voice that knows that each pause is a powerful act of self-care and inner alignment. As you continue to strengthen this practice, you come to recognize that the modern world, with its constant barrage of notifications, social interactions, and immediate gratifications, often undermines the quiet power of introspection. Yet it is precisely in the midst of this frenetic energy that the decision to remain silent takes on extraordinary significance. Every time you choose to step back from the relentless call to engage immediately, every time you allow a moment of quiet reflection before embarking on a course of action, you reaffirm your commitment to living with deliberate purpose. In doing so, you not only enrich your own life with clarity and direction, but you also serve as a beacon to others, especially to those women who seek to reclaim their inner power in a world that often demands noise for validation. Your very example becomes a quiet revolution, one that challenges the status quo and inspires others to look inward for their own strength. In the rich tapestry of life, there are moments when the external environment seems designed to provoke a reactive, impulsive response. During conflicts, moments of intense emotional turbulence, or even in the midst of overwhelming success, the temptation to act on impulse looms large. However, the wisdom of silence empowers you to step back and discern the underlying currents beneath the surface of events. It provides you with the equanimity to analyze situations objectively, to identify patterns, and to design a strategy that moves you forward without sacrificing your inner calm. This approach transforms challenges into opportunities for growth, setbacks into lessons, and fleeting moments of doubt into stepping stones for strategic evolution. Each experience becomes integrated into a larger mosaic of learning, a mosaic that defines who you are and the impact you wish to have on the world. Reflecting further, one finds that there is a remarkable transformative quality in the marriage of silence and strategy. Just as a sculptor views a block of marble and sees not its rough surface, but the graceful form waiting to be revealed within, you too can look upon your circumstances with the discerning eye of one who chooses to see potential amid the chaos. The process of chipping away at extraneous thoughts, distractions, and reactive impulses requires determination and an unwavering commitment to self-improvement. It is an ongoing act of creative diligence, a process in which every silent moment is an investment in the future. Every strategic decision, a carefully placed chisel strike that reveals the masterpiece within. Over time, as you refine this process, you find that the results are not only evident in external success, but in the quiet confidence that permeates your entire being. A confidence that comes from knowing that you have the inner tools to create lasting change. As you weave these principles into your daily life, practical application becomes a natural extension of your inner philosophy. It might be as simple as starting your day with a few moments of quiet meditation, allowing the early light of dawn to illuminate your thoughts and set a purposeful tone for the day ahead. Perhaps you decide to pause and truly listen before entering a challenging conversation, giving yourself a precious moment to gather insights and respond from a place of clarity. Maybe you schedule periods during your day solely dedicated to reflection, where the only task is to observe your thoughts and emotions without judgment, letting your mind settle into a state of strategic calm. Over time, these practices form a habitual rhythm that not only shapes how you interact with the world, but transforms your inner landscape into one of deliberate action and measured peace. This journey of transformation is not instantaneous. It requires steadfast commitment to the principles of silence and strategy, even when the world around you seems to prize rapid reaction and immediate gratification. Yet, it is in the steadfast perseverance of this practice that you begin to see subtle shifts, a growing sense of resilience, an increased capacity for thoughtful decision-making, and the emergence of an inner vision that guides you with unwavering precision. Each challenge you overcome using the power of silent reflection reinforces your trust in the efficacy of this approach, and each well-considered action builds the foundation for a life marked not by chaos but by purposeful direction. This evolving process is a testament to the transformative power of embracing silence and living strategically, proving that even in the most turbulent circumstances, there is a quiet strength that can sustain you. Consider, for instance, a time when you might have been confronted with a difficult decision, one that required much more than a knee-jerk reaction. In that moment, rather than succumbing to the pressure of voices clamoring for immediate answers, you chose instead to withdraw into a space of internal dialogue. In that silence, you could assess your true values and aspirations, weighing each option with the clarity that only a quiet mind can offer. The resulting decision, born not from impulse but from deliberate consideration, resonated with authenticity and purpose. Such moments, though they may seem small at the time, are the essence of living a life that is guided by both the power of silence and the precision of strategy. They remind you that every pause, every reflective breath, is an investment in a future that is both well-planned and deeply aligned with who you are. Furthermore, this way of being has profound implications for the relationships you nurture. When you approach interactions with a commitment to listen more than you speak, you not only gain a deeper understanding of others, but you also create an atmosphere of mutual respect and genuine connection. People begin to value your presence, not only because of the wisdom you share when you do speak, but also because of the quiet assurance that your silence conveys. In a dialogue where every word holds weight, where every pause is an invitation for thoughtful exchange, the quality of communication rises to a higher level. This elevated form of interaction fosters trust, deepens bonds, and paves the way for collaborative efforts that are enriched by the collective wisdom of all involved. The discipline of silence combined with the keen insight of strategic thinking becomes particularly empowering when you face adversity. In those moments when the world demands an immediate reaction, when every instinct urges you to shout or retreat, the ability to remain silently anchored in your inner truth is a revolutionary act. It allows you not only to manage your own emotional responses, but also to influence the dynamics of the situation, guiding it toward more constructive outcomes. This quiet fortitude is a form of resistance against the chaos of external expectations, and it is rooted in the unwavering belief that true clarity comes from within. By choosing to be silent at first, You create a space where the noise is filtered out, leaving only the essence of the matter at hand. And by following that silence with strategic, deliberate action, you transform potential turmoil into opportunities for growth, understanding, and renewal. As you continue to refine these practices, you may find that the art of strategic silence begins to inform every aspect of your decision-making. It becomes an intrinsic part of how you approach not only interpersonal conflicts, but also the grand challenges of your personal and professional life. In boardrooms, in intimate conversations, and in moments of solitary reflection, the principles of being silent and being strategic resonate with equal force. They remind you that the power to shape your world does not come from the volume of your voice, but from the clarity of your vision and the discipline of your actions. This embodiment of Stoic wisdom is particularly vital for women who seek to redefine traditional paradigms of leadership and influence. In a society that often equates forceful expression with strength, your choice to cultivate a quiet, strategic demeanor stands as a powerful counterexample, a living proof that true leadership is measured by the depth of thought rather than the decibels of expression. In time, this way of living fosters a remarkable inner ecosystem where every aspect of your personality, every nuance of your experience, contributes to a larger, interconnected framework of wisdom. Each silent meditation, each strategic decision, becomes a thread in a vast tapestry, a tapestry that tells the story of a woman who dared to choose depth over noise, subtlety over clamor, and deliberate action over impulsive reaction. As you trace the contours of this tapestry, you recognize that it is woven not from grand declarations, but from the quiet, determined choices that compound over time to create lasting impact. It is the story of resilience in the face of adversity, of clarity emerging from a chaotic world, and of strategy that underpins every transformative action. The journey of mastering this art is, in many ways, a journey back to yourself. It is an ongoing process of peeling away layers of conditioned response, of letting go of the habit of reacting without thought, and of embracing a mode of being that is rooted in introspection and deliberate intent. You learn to find beauty in the pause, to appreciate the subtle signals of your inner voice, and to trust the long-term rewards of carefully planned actions. This process may require you to challenge long-held assumptions and to step away from environments that thrive on superficial interactions. Yet, with each step you take, you affirm that nothing is as potent as the synergy between a calm, silent mind and a strategically focused life. In this pursuit, you are never truly alone. The wisdom of ages, echoing through the teachings of ancient Stoics and the quiet legacies of formidable women throughout history, accompanies you on every step of your journey. Their examples serve as guideposts, reminders that the most enduring forms of strength are those built on reflection, restraint, and intentional action. Their lives, marked by moments of deliberate silence and strategic insight, illuminate the path before you, inviting you to join a timeless tradition of inner mastery and resilient purpose. Their legacy is a testament to the idea that even in a world dominated by noise and haste, the soft power of a focused mind and a deliberate spirit can change the course of destiny. As you integrate these practices into your daily life, you may find that challenges once insurmountable begin to yield to the clear, focused energy you now command. Every setback transforms into an opportunity to practice restraint and to recalibrate your strategy. Every moment of uncertainty is met not with frantic reaction, but with a composed analysis that leads you toward a solution. In this way, you become a living embodiment of the principles of silence and strategy, a beacon of calm determination in a world that often seems intent on sowing chaos. The legacy you build is not one forged in the heat of impulsivity, but one that is crafted through countless quiet moments of reflection and carefully planned, deliberate actions. Ultimately, choosing to be silent and to be strategic is a declaration of self-respect, a commitment to honor the vast inner resources that dwell within you. It is a recognition that true empowerment comes not from external noise or transient accolades, but from the quiet, unwavering assurance of knowing who you are and what you stand for. In every deliberate pause, In each thoughtfully executed plan, there is an echo of your truest self, a self that is guided by wisdom, tempered by experience, and driven by a purpose that is as profound as it is uniquely your own. It is a choice to speak only when your words can add value, to act only when your decisions resonate with your core beliefs, and to live a life defined not by the clamor of the moment, but by the enduring sound of thoughtful, deliberate silence. As you continue to walk this path, let yourself be inspired by the gentle strength that arises from the interplay of quiet reflection and strategic action. Embrace each moment of stillness as an opportunity to recharge, to reorient your thoughts toward clarity, and to reaffirm your commitment to a life marked by purpose and grace. In this sacred space of silence, you discover that the universe speaks in hushed tones, revealing secrets, offering guidance, and inviting you to step into a realm of infinite possibility. With every breath, you become more attuned to the subtle rhythms of life, more adept at discerning what is truly significant, and more capable of orchestrating your actions with an artistry that is both mindful and transformative. May your journey be one of continual discovery, a journey where each pause nourishes your soul, and every strategic decision blossoms into a realization of your deepest aspirations. In choosing to be silent, you unlock the hidden dimensions of your inner world. In choosing to be strategic, you translate that inner richness into tangible, empowering outcomes. And as you move forward with this newfound clarity, may you inspire not only yourself, but also those around you to seek the quiet strength that lies beneath the surface of everyday existence. There is no greater power than the one that comes from a mind at peace and a heart that beats in sync with the deliberate cadence of thoughtful action. In the silence that follows a busy day, in the reflective stillness between moments of activity, you will find a sanctuary where your true self is waiting to be discovered. This inner sanctuary, cultivated through countless moments of intentional pause and strategic planning, will become the source of your greatest strength and your most profound creativity. It is here that you learn to navigate the complexities of life with a poise and precision that can only be achieved by those who have mastered the art of listening, to themselves, to others, and to the subtle truths that shimmer just beneath the surface of everyday noise. With this mastery comes the power to transform challenges into milestones and uncertainties into stepping stones on the journey toward an ever-evolving, ever-expanding sense of self. Each day presents a new opportunity to practice this art, to choose silence before speech, thought before reaction, and strategy before action. It is a continual invitation to live with intention, to honor the quiet moments as vital chapters in the story of who you are becoming, and to trust that your inner wellspring of wisdom will always guide you toward choices that honor both your dreams and your deepest values. And in this ongoing evolution, you will find that true empowerment is not measured by the volume of your voice, but by the depth of your insight, the clarity of your vision, and the unwavering commitment to shaping your destiny with persistent, thoughtful action. As you reflect on these truths, let them permeate every facet of your life. Even in the face of external pressures and the relentless pace of modern challenges, hold fast to the conviction that within you lies an extraordinary capacity for quiet greatness. A greatness built on the foundation of silence and honed through the precision of strategic thought. Embrace the moments of quiet with gratitude, and allow each one to light the way toward a brighter, more purposeful future. In doing so, you not only elevate your own journey, but you also set forth a beacon of possibility for every woman who dares to seek a life defined by deliberate intention and profound inner strength. In the end, the choice to be silent and to be strategic is a radical act of self-empowerment. It is a pledge to reject the superficial allure of constant noise and to instead invest in the deeper, transformative power of reflective thought and well-planned action. It is a commitment to living a life where each action is imbued with meaning. Each pause is a moment of renewal, and every decision is a testament to the remarkable resilience of the human spirit. As you continue to honor this commitment, know that every quiet moment contributes to a life of clarity and purpose. A life that speaks volumes not through the cacophony of sound, but through the enduring resonance of thoughtful, strategic silence. May the lessons of silence and strategy guide you in all that you do, from the quiet corners of your mind to the bold arenas where you make your mark upon the world. And as you walk this path, remember that your journey is a unique and vital contribution to a larger tapestry of human experience. A tapestry where every silent pause and every well-considered decision adds another vibrant thread to the story of a resilient, empowered life. Embrace this path with confidence, knowing that in your quiet strength lies the power to transform not only your own existence, but to inspire a generation of women to lead with wisdom, dignity, and a steadfast commitment to thoughtful action. In this ceaseless dance between silence and strategy, may you always find the courage to pause, the insight to reflect, and the determination to act in ways that honor the fullness of your inner truth. For it is in these intentional moments, these deliberate interludes of serene thought and purposeful action, that you discover the true art of living, an art that is as timeless as it is transformative. And in the grand narrative of your life, every silent moment stands as a testament to your incredible reservoir of wisdom, a wisdom that, when paired with strategic insight, has the power to carve out a destiny filled with clarity, strength, and an unwavering commitment to excellence. May your every day be adorned with moments of thoughtful quietude. May your every decision echo with the power of deliberate intention. And may you continue to inspire those around you to find solace and strength in the beauty of silence and the art of strategic living. Embrace each moment with grace, for in the soft cadence of silence and in the precision of each strategic step, you are crafting not only your own legacy, but a luminous beacon of hope and empowerment for all who follow in your footsteps.